Hi everyone, it's me Ronnie and welcome to another video. So I thought it would be really important to go over what you need to do in order to be able to build up on your makeup skills. So for example, what we're doing today, which is the foundation routine, is actually really important and in order to be able to complete like the face look, because you can always have your eyes done, but if you don't have your foundation done or have anything, if your skin isn't, smooth, perfect with the help of makeup, then you might not be able to have a very good tie-in look, in my opinion. Of course, everybody's opinion is different, but so I'm going to go ahead and go over how I do my foundation. Everybody does it differently. You can agree with me and you can disagree with me, but this is how personally I do my makeup whenever I go out. So let's go over the materials that we'll need. So for the first thing that you'll need is obviously some moisturizer. Specifically, it would be better if it's made like for the face, because whenever you do if you only have for the body, what may happen is that it may be too much for your skin and therefore become oily and start, all of a sudden, you'll start getting acne and stuff like that. So if you have a facial moisturizer, that is the best. Next, you'll need a primer, and this will help smoothly apply the foundation. Next thing that you'll need is some concealers, obviously some foundation as well, and then finally you'll need the powder to help set the foundation. So what will you need in order to be able to help apply that? You can either use a foundation brush or you can use a stippling brush. It depends on your preference. Stippling and foundation both help apply the foundation evenly. Then for the powder, you can go ahead and either use a kabuki brush or you can use a powder brush. Now, I didn't list a brush for the concealer because obviously a lot of people like to use the concealer, apply it with their fingers. That's how I prefer to do it. It's just, to me, it just seems like a waste of a brush to use the concealer to help cover it. So if you'd like to learn how I do my foundation, just stay tuned and we'll get started. Alright, to get started, the first thing we're going to do is obviously apply our moisturizer. So I guess I have like an oily skin complexion because moisturizer tends to not agree with my skin too much. I usually get like pimples and stuff like that. But even so, even with having oily skin, it's always very important to moisturize the skin. So go ahead and rub that on your face. Try to go with the skin, how it moves, so you don't create wrinkles. And go down to your neck as well. Next, I'm using the Revlon Photos Ready Color Correcting Primer. And we're going to do a few pumps. As well, put it in your hands. Let it warm up to your skin. And then start applying it and smoothing it all over. You can even add some to your neck because usually it's very important to blend down to your neck with your foundation in order to not get that mask look. Okay, so let's get to the gist of everything that this video is going to be about. So using your concealer, as I was saying, I'm using the Coastal Scents Eclipse palette. I'm going to go ahead and I'm looking into a mirror, so if you see me look down, that's why. I'm going to take a look at my face. And as you can see, I have a lot of marks, a few red spots where acne is coming in, and some a general unevenness. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to start applying the color correcting concealers just so it can help apply my foundation smoother. So you'll probably see me fast forward through this, so bear with me as I apply it. Okay, so now that I've applied a general application of the concealers, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, in order to help highlight underneath the my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take this lighter concealer right here, and I'm just going to apply that underneath my under eyes. If you want as well, let me know, or I might just go ahead and add it on my things to do list. But I was thinking that I was going to go ahead and do a review on this Coastal Palettes Eclipse concealer. So if you'd like to see that, probably just going to go ahead and do that as well. So I went ahead and I successfully applied this underneath my eyes. You don't need a lot, but it helps with the highlighting of the eyes when it comes to contouring, etc., etc. So now that we went ahead and did that, you're going to go ahead and take your foundation, and what I like to do is I like to apply it to the back of my hand, just because it helps with the warming up the foundation so it can apply smoother. So go ahead, do a few squirts there. And usually I would use my stippling brush, but for this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use a foundation brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly tap the product onto there. And then I'm just going to do some smooth strokes. I usually like to go work down, just because if you go up, you're working up against the skin, and that'll make it for a messier application. Also, if you are applying foundation, it is highly recommended, I recommend, in order to, for it to look nice and professional, go ahead and apply all the way down to your neck, because if not, especially if your foundation is lighter, a lighter skin color than, lighter color than what your skin really is, you'll get what's called the mask face. And we don't want that to happen. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up adding my foundation. So I'll probably go ahead and fast forward through this as well. So I'll meet you when we're doing the powder. Alright, and so the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is the final step in the foundation routine, is you're going to go ahead and take your powder, and I'm using the Revlon Photo Ready powder, and this is in light medium, and I'm going to use my little kabuki brush here, and I'm just going to open this up and gently rub it through there, and I would go ahead and tap off the excess just so you don't get a clumpy look. And then I'm just going to go ahead and apply this everywhere that I've applied my foundation. Honestly, if you don't add the powder, I always found that in my case, since I sweat really easily, it makes my makeup feel really gross. And if you don't, apply it, you'll probably get the same feeling as well. But when I apply my powder, I feel like my makeup really stays in place and I don't have to worry about it rubbing off. And we're done. As you can see, I went ahead and I did my full makeup. So after the foundation, I did my eyeshadow, etc., etc., with the lips, and this is the finished look. So as you can see, now you know why it's very important to be able to do your foundation routine appropriately, therefore tying the whole face together. So hopefully you like this video, and if you haven't, go ahead and like me at Facebook. It's facebook.com/thebeautywithin1987, and I'm on Instagram as well. It's thebeautywithin1987 as well. And then follow me on Twitter. Tweet me, people, come on. It's beauty with, so that's B-E-A-U-T-Y with W-I-T-H and then 1987. So if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you part of the beauty family. And if you haven't liked this video, because it makes me happy, and I know everybody wants to make me happy. I'm sorry, that sounded really egotistical. I'm just gonna smack myself now. Just kidding. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial, and be on the lookout. This Sunday is going to be my Sailor Venus makeup tutorial, so hopefully you guys will be around to watch it. So see you guys, and remember, the beauty's always within.